Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the Plaion German Mediabook Blu-ray release of Jackie Chan's First Strike. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So here I am back in the hot seat after my trip to Guangzhou in China and New Zealand, and while I was away I was keeping an eye on my Instagram and did see that many of you already had your hands on this gorgeous little media book, which got me more excited to come home and see it, and it is absolutely beautiful. Of course, First Strike has been out there on Blu-ray, the US release of it, for some time. I've just never got round to picking it up there. It's not one of my all-time favorite Jackie Chan movies, but I do have a lot of fun with it. I would say when I was a teenager I did enjoy it a lot more. I had this gorgeous bootleg video. I would have said it was taken from the Laserdisc version, the extended version. So even before the US edit had come out in the UK on video and DVD, I had already watched this extended version for some time on this bootleg, and I did really enjoy it, absolutely. That said, as I've got older and as the years have went on, the movie for me has dropped in rank. That said, I'm really happy to see them, both versions, which I believe are on here, in full HD. I do have two videos of this movie here in my collection, both sent to me as fan mail. This is the American video, of course, and then the UK one. Quite a difference in how they're put across there, of course. And the American sleeve, which is very non-protective to videos, and I never did like that. So, of course, we have got the hard shell for the UK videos, which was fantastic. And I mean, it is an exciting James Bond type adventure, but it's a Stanley Tong movie, and Stanley Tong, I've always said and will forever say, was a bad move for Jackie Chan. Because I feel that this was part of that change that we started to see in Jackie, the difference that started to come through in his movies, kind of that Rumble in the Bronx, Super Cop, First Strike phase, and then it just kind of went down from there for me. This is the UK DVD version of that same release there. So again, I do have other digital versions, and then I got this wonderful extended version from Japan. Can't remember straight up if I bought it in Japan or I got it off eBay. That part I've forgotten about, sorry. But this again was a return to that extended version. So after watching it, that UK release on video and DVD for so long, and obviously waiting for this to come out, this Japanese version gave me that same extended cut that I had seen for the very first time that I'd ever seen this movie. So again, I did enjoy it, but going back to this, it just let me kind of see how drawn out and kind of boring in pace some of those scenes were. So I would say for me that First Strike, and I always criticize these American edits of Jackie Chan's movies, but I have to say that this is probably one that they did right, and one that kind of needed to be trimmed down to that, I think, 83-minute cut or something like that. 84 minutes it says here. So from 107 minutes to 84 minutes. But I feel that that US edit really gives it some more steam. It really kind of like lets it plow on there, and you'll notice that when you watch both of these versions. Anyway, I've pulled the plastic off already here. As you can see, gorgeous front cover with this German media book. This is from Plaion Pictures, and I did do a video release recently there of the Ride On media book from Plaion also, which I really liked. It didn't come with English subtitles, so it'll be interesting to see if this actually does itself here. Okay, so in terms of extra features, we have two versions. We have the original version at 84 minutes, and then the long version at 107 minutes. We have the German and English trailer, a photo gallery with some other materials in there. Sorry, it's all in German, of course. And then a 20-page booklet inside. Disc 1, which is the short version, which is the 84-minute version. We have got German and English language options with optional German subtitles. And then on disc 2, which is the longer version at 107 minutes, we have got German, English and Mandarin options with optional German subtitles. So no optional English subtitles, it's stating. Okay, anyway, let's get in. But there is a Mandarin version there. I've never seen the Mandarin version. But also the English one. So the 84-minute one, I'm going to imagine, has the US dub to it. It would make sense, right? If it's the US edit, it's going to have the US dub. The extended version, though, I'm hoping has the original multi-language track, which is what I would have seen it as originally, and I think is on this. I can't really remember. It's been some time. Anyway, let's get stuck in here. Oh, very nice. Okay, so we open up with the short version here, the 84-minute version here, and the front of the media book, and on the back, oh, turn that disc around, the extended version, and then the back page of the media book here, as you can see, which is pretty cool. Let me just quickly flick through these pages. It's a very cute little media book. The Plaion ones are much smaller than a lot of the other media books that come out. They seem to be a few inches taller there, but this is still very, very nice. A wee bit more compact, would fit into the shelves much easier, of course. Some nice shots there, and of course beautifully laid out and all in German, so you're going to have to get the Google Translate out and see how that goes for you. But yeah, I'm excited to see it again. I'm excited to see it in full HD, of course. It's definitely something. This last wee while we've had the likes of Rumble in the Bronx and Drunken Master 2 released on Blu-ray. Although they were slightly disappointed apart from their picture quality. There wasn't much with them in terms of extras or extended versions. But this is a nice wee treat to have. Okay, that's pretty much all there is to share with you. I'm going to go check out everything on here, come right back and let you know what I think. So, just back after checking out the German Mediabook Blu-ray release of Jackie Chan's First Strike, and I had an absolute blast watching this movie, both versions of course, in full HD for the first time. They were beautiful, there was a lot of colour to them, the picture quality was fantastic, really thoroughly enjoyed them again. That said, I still feel after watching, I watched the extended version first, and there is definitely some like lengthy scenes of drama in there. I don't know, Stanley Tong, as I say, has never been a favourite director of mine. I enjoy what he puts out there, but he's never been a favourite director. And it kind of shows in the more dramatic scenes there, and you can understand why the cuts were made to make First Strike a little snappier, a little more action-packed when it came to the US edit there. That said, great to have both versions there, for sure. And I do feel that disc 2, the extended version, for some reason in my eyes felt like a much cleaner, much better picture than this shorter version did. I don't know why, I just kind of felt like it was a much better picture, but I did thoroughly enjoy watching it, don't get me wrong. Okay, also worth noting that here on disc 1, for example, you have the US edit theme tune playing throughout there, I think by J. Peter Robinson. That kind of, it's a cool score. It's very James Bond in vibe. You get little hints of the notes throughout that theme where you know for sure that they're ripping off James Bond here. So that plays over this menu, but when you put in the longer version on disc 2, this is covered by this new rockin' version of Jackie Chan singing the Police Story theme, which I just loved. I left it on for like minutes at a time, just listening to it over and over again. It was pretty damn cool. Disc 1 also, you have got German and English language options, and as expected it is the US dub, which is pretty cool because that means everyone speaks English throughout it, and Jackie pretty much delivers most of his lines in English anyway. But then when you come to the Ukrainians and the Russians and so on, they're all speaking English. So it's a good dub, I have to say. I had no real qualms about it. A lot of other US edits of Jackie's movies I do complain about, but this had a pretty decent dub for sure. In terms of the extra features, you had a German and English trailer. They each ran for about 1.5 minutes. Kind of DVD quality, definitely well worth checking out before you go into the HD print, and you'll see that massive difference, that absolute massive shift in how they both look there. But they were very fun trailers. I think the same trailer, the same edit, very, very fun to watch, of course. Only one had a German dub over it and one had an English dub. The only other extra feature, and I say only, it's definitely well worth checking out, is a picture gallery of posters. I mean, global posters, lobby cards, stills from the movie, press packs. This runs for about 14 minutes in length. It kind of goes through at its own pace there. You can speed it up, of course, if you kind of get bored. But there's some really cool posters and artwork for the movie, especially at the start of this picture gallery there. That's all that comes with disc 1, and that's really all that comes with this whole set. There's no extra features on disc 2 at all. On disc 2 you have the longer version. As I say, to me, I felt it was a much sharper image, a much more colorful image, and I really loved it. Definitely, although I have to say and confirm, it is absolutely the best I've ever seen this movie look, without a doubt there. I would recommend on the longer version that you pick the English track. And it does have English subtitles. It doesn't state it here, but it does have English subtitles. Pick that English track so you get the multi-languages, but whenever the Ukrainian and Russian languages come into it, you will have those English subtitles on that will translate that for you there. So definitely go for that English dub, or that English track, sorry, with the English subtitles. You'll get the original multi-language track, which was pretty damn cool to hear yet again, with English subs. Loved it. But for me, I mean, yes, it's a great piece. I'm so glad that Plaion have put that out there, especially with that restored extended version there. But until we get a half-decent release of this Jackie Chan classic here in the West, this is probably the best you're going to get at the moment. So for me, definitely a double thumbs up. Super glad that it's in my collection. Out now from Plaion Pictures. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews, and follow me on Instagram at InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu and I will see you soon.